Thanks to digital banking, you can bank anytime, anywhere, and on any device. The company policy controls the company-level feature entitlements and dollar limits. Select the User Management menu and then Company Entitlements. Select a transaction type that you'd like to set parameters around by clicking on the name of the transaction type. Please note that one or multiple levels may be set up to establish general or granular user limitations. Select the Draft Amount box. Specify the dollar amount that will be the limit for the allowed action being set up. A designation of any means that there is no dollar limit restriction for the draft amount. Select the Approvals box. Between 1 and 5 required approvals can be set. Select the minus or plus to change the value. The number of approvals designates how many users must approve the transaction before it is fully authorized for the financial institution to process. Select the Subsidiaries box. Select the subsidiary or subsidiaries allowed for this transaction type. Select the Accounts box. Choose the account or accounts allowed for the selected that can be accessed for this transaction type. Select the Draft Hours box. Select the days and hours allowed for this transaction type. The days of the week down the left side and the hours of the day across the top can be clicked to select an entire row or column. The individual boxes can also be selected or deselected. Select the Locations box. Choose the country or countries within North America from where this transaction type may be drafted. Please note that until any of the countries are selected on the screen, there will be no restriction placed on draft source location. Once a country or countries have been selected, IP addresses sourced from all other countries worldwide will be denied. Select the IP addresses box. Enter the IP address and/or IP address range to be allowed from where this transaction type may be drafted. All other source IP addresses will be denied. Select the SEC codes box. Select which SEC codes are eligible for the transaction type. Select OK when done. Select the Policy Tester to validate the company policy functionality to assure the setup is as needed. Select the Approval Limits tab to view the dollar and count limits assigned by Armed Forces Bank. Armed Forces Bank sets the approval dollar limits for the company policy. This screen is for viewing purposes only and cannot be edited. Repeat the previous steps for each transaction type. Select the Features tab to view the non-transactional features assigned by Armed Forces Bank. Select the Accounts tab to view the account rights assigned by Armed Forces Bank. Armed Forces Bank sets the account access for the company entitlements. These settings are for viewing purposes only and cannot be edited. Select Save when complete.